I'm Glenn Ross, the daddy from Northern Ireland. I'm 37 years of age and I'm here to regain my title. I haven't had a bad career. I've won 7 British titles from Britons through the United Kingdom titles. I've also won 6 international competitions. And I'll just keep going for as long as my body will let me.
Joining me now, it is the head honcho of Ultimate Strongman, the daddy, Glenn Ross. Welcome, Glenn. Good to see you.
All right. How you keeping, Martin?
I'm okay, thank you. You're out there.
I don't know if people can hear it, but I'm sitting in the car here, and it's absolutely bouncing outside. We have a storm coming here in Northern Ireland, and it's going to be absolutely ringing for the next 2 days on this island. We're going to have to get our canoes out, I think, to survive it. And I'm trying to prepare for England's Strongest Man next week. We've got the lorries meant to be loaded on Saturday, and with this storm, it's definitely putting us back a little bit. So that's what I'm at the minute. As we're also preparing, as you know, for the launch of UK Strongest Man at 6 p.m. tonight, which we're absolutely excited about because it's in Scotland for the first time in its history.
I was going to say we got a storm brewing in Scotland for the very first time, but we won't talk about that just yet. Let's go backwards slightly. 2025, over 2 weekends, live TV again. They said it couldn't be done, but we've done it again. Okay. You know, how did that pan out for you, the 2025 competition? Was you happy?
Yeah, absolutely delighted with where the competition turned out. It was an absolutely fantastic show, and 2 days of back-to-back weekends. You know, and people said it couldn't be done, Martin. And I always remember back in 1994, people in the gym said I couldn't pull a truck, and then people said, well, I couldn't be a strongman, and then people said I couldn't win UK and Britain's Strongest Man. I did. So I've done everything that people said I couldn't do. And then back in 2003, as a promoter, I'd been promoting for about 4 years competition. The late, great Dougie Evans says, you don't think you can do it better than us? And I think I am proving it to the world that Ultimate Strongman, live TV is where we're at. And David and I are taking the sport to a new era, if you like.
And it's not just live TV.
They talk about the 4th industrial revolution. Well, we're having a new industrial revolution in our sport because live TV can be done. We did it the first year, 6 hours of TV. Second year, 12 hours of TV, back-to-back weekends. And 2026 is going to be absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. If you said there was a storm coming, well, yeah, we're in for a tsunami of events and hurricane. The whole lot's going to come because we've got the biggest, the strongest, and the best show on the planet set for everybody.
It's going to be amazing. The current champion is Andrew Flynn. A surprise to some, respectfully. A lot of people were talking about Paul Smith, Paddy Haynes at the time, but Flinny, he come flying through, and he took
he did. He did, and you know, people say they were surprised. I wasn't surprised because one thing about the Flying Flynn, he has heart, and that was his 7th year. You know, 7 times lucky charm, if you like. But what Andrew has, and what I always sort of advocate, is you never give up. Believe in yourself, and you will achieve. And Andrew is an absolute testimony of that. And he's now UK Strongest Man, and he's the boy to beat.
He absolutely is, that's for sure. And going into Scotland, and you know, Chris Beetham being Scottish, being so close to pipping Flinny to that title, and going to Scotland on home ground, do you think Beetham's a man to beat?
Well, it was probably the closest UK Strongest Man final we ever had, because there was three at the time where was it like a half a point or something ridiculous between the three going into it, between Paul Smith, Chris Beetham and Andrew Flynn, and then Andrew took it. But for Beefy to take the runner-up spot, I mean, he has to be the favourite now. In Scotland, home ground, they say the 13th man in football, or 12th man in football. I mean, it's going to be an absolute awesome show, and Chris Beetham will be the one to watch for me to take it from Andrew being in Scotland, I think.
Very good.
Talk to me about the arena. We was there for Scotland's Strongest Man. Creates a beautiful atmosphere. It's a fantastic place for strongman, Glenn. It's a real gem of a find.
Yeah, I mean, it is an absolute gem of a find. There's no doubt about it. Braehead Arena, very, very compact. And the atmosphere was absolutely pumping. And I have no doubt, with the sellout events that we've had from Scotland's Strongest Man for the last few years, that this place will be absolutely sold out to the rafters over 2 days. And it's brilliant. This is the first time in history, like I said, we've come to Scotland with it after 23 years of running the competition. And I'll say that quick, 23 years. It's a long time that David and I have been pushing it. But look where we've come from. We've come from car parks to what we've got now. And it's, I sit with a lump in my throat sometimes with emotion of the difficulties it has in running the sport over 2 decades. But it's been a worthwhile thing, and like now with it being live, we are taking it into a new revolution.
Absolutely right. And talking about revolution, I need a tip for a winner at UK Strongest Man 2026. I'm going to push you on it. I said Beetham. Flynn is the current champion, so he's a man with a target on his back. Paul Smith can never be discounted. Who's your tip to win?
Well, in terms of the English, it's either going to be Paul or Andrew for me, and Dean Mason. And next weekend, obviously, we're in Doncaster for England's Strongest Man. It's going to be a great show, and we'll get to see what form them guys are in then to really judge who was still the best Englishman. But Andrew is in great shape at the minute. From what you've seen from other events that he's been doing, he is in great shape. So, some people would say you'd like to see Andrew win, because you win it once, they say. It's good to win it twice. You prove you're a real champion. And I think Andrew is going to be the man to beat. But if you're going to be a wild card, I think Chris being on home ground might just do enough. It's going to be the fans behind him, really, that's going to make that happen, I think. And there's certainly plenty of Scottish fans that will be lifting the house for the beef. And indeed, Callum Crozier and Jamie Kleiman, who's also competing, the Edinburgh lad, and he's an absolute monster of a man. So we've got 3 great Scots that are going to be attending the event, and it's going to be wild, it's going to be furious, and there can only be one.
What about me?
Glenn, you won UK Strongest Man 5 times on home ground. What, if you was to put it in percentages, what percentage do you gain from being on home ground, having that crowd roaring for you?
Yeah, it's great in a lot of ways, because obviously you've got friends and family that can attend, and some people that maybe wouldn't be able to travel those distances can be there, and it's sometimes it can add a little bit of pressure, but at the same time it gives you strength, I think, more than pressure, and you tend to want to deliver more in front of your friends, family, and your home nation.
Certainly. So we're talking probably 5-10% more, maybe.
Probably more than that, Martin. Because you've got the world of the nation on your shoulder, and you want to deliver, especially when, as a Celt, as a lot of the Scottish will be, consider themselves under that element of Celtic nations. It's all about beating the Sassenachs, isn't it?
Absolutely. Let's talk the crowd now. Anyone thinking about coming to UK Strongest Man, what have they got to do to get those tickets, Glenn?
Well, you can get them now on Eventbrite come 6 o'clock tonight, or just simply go on our website, which is www.ultimatestrongman.tv. It's easy to remember, and you'll see the ticket options of days and what you can buy, and snap them up quick. Like I said, it's a very good arena, but I've no doubt we will sell it out.
And for people coming to a strongman competition, maybe they've never been to one, coming for the first time, what makes an ultimate strongman competition that much different?
Simply, Martin, just go under our Ultimate Strongman page and you get to see some unbelievable imagery. Go under our YouTube and any of our platforms and you'll see what we deliver now. We are, I mean, I'll blow the show is world class. It's WWE, UFC ramped to the hilt, and it's a show like no other. You know, it's full of pyrotechnics, drama, lights, action, and it's non-stop strength bulging showdowns to see who will, like I said, in the word of Highlander, there can only be one.
There can only be one. Big Glenn, I'm going to let you get back to that loading with the rest of the crew. Good luck. I'll see you at England's. And, of course, I look forward to UK Strongest Man 2026.
You're right, Martin. You're right. Because I am the daddy.